a big hand for Lasse. Thanks. Nice to be here again after 10 years. Not really. I think we all know about the scary fact and figures of the fashion industry. You know, it's the fourth impact on the climate in Europe, only exceeded by the housing, transport, and food, of course. The most important thing is that you know that every person in the European Union actually, for creating textile production, consumes 9 cubic meters of water, 391 kilos of raw materials, 400 square meters of land, and the carbon impact is 270 kilos. And we are not alone. We are like 450 million people living in the European Union. That's a disaster. It makes you feel distressed, depressed, sad, angry. But it's not the right way to talk about fashion, I think. Not today, not to spoil a good breakfast, anyway. So let's look at the positive impact, the positive potential of the fashion industry instead. As Anders said, my name is Lars, and it began 10 years ago here in Ideon, at Ideon Innovation. We created the first creative incubator, putting creative industry and art together with tech guys, and we brought in circus artists, fashion designers here, a full-blown theater company, I will come to that later, a jeans production facility, and what we really wanted to achieve was the cross-contamination, the cross-sector collaboration between different sectors, because we know that's where the innovation actually is. And now, last year, we started a company called Fashion Innovation Center. It goes back many years, actually, but we started it last year. And the idea with the Fashion Innovation Center, we have different locations. We have in Stockholm, Milan, Los Angeles, and in Brussels. So we want to join forces with the academy to create better education in the fashion industry. We want to connect the industry and the brands, because they all struggle with this environmental impact and the impact, the really bad impact that fashion has, the fast fashion, for instance, has on our planet. So, going back to this full-blown theater company, I want to invite Marco Lawrence. He was actually one of the first 5 companies here in 2012.
Yep.
You started with a theater, and now you're into metaverse.
Yeah, sort of. It's a long journey, but I started as a musician actually. Then went into musical theater, then building a theater here in Lund, and then into the digital verses of metaverse. So yeah.
Exactly. We're going to actually not look at the whole value chain of the fashion industry, because 10 minutes is kind of really short for that. It's complicated, like the knot. But it needs to be changed, we know that. But let's dive into a niche, emerging niche market, the metaverse and the avatars and all that stuff. Something that we call like phygital. It's like physical products and digital products, and it's about fashion. So I think the clicker is yours this time, yeah?
The clicker is mine. All right. So yes, Penguin Studios is the company that I'm running. My name is Marco Lawrence. I'm the founder and CEO. And today we'll be dressing up the Penguin type, our avatar that we're creating for these digital universes. So we are spending, as we know, a lot of time in front of screens and online. Actually, according to recent studies, about a third of the 24-hour period that we have a day, we're spending online. Playing games, social media, working, all that kind of stuff. And then we're starting to talk about metaverse. And in metaverse, we will be a digital entity of some kind. And the big question is, what on earth am I going to wear on metaverse? Also, all this online time, playing games, social media, is becoming more and more public. People stream, they are showing things as digital versions of themselves or other things. So the question is, what on earth am I going to have on me, and why does that matter? We are building an avatar system where we can create quite quickly, using a mobile phone, quite a realistic version of a person. And the different usages for avatars are quite many. If we're looking at social media, and the media players on social media, for example YouTube or Twitch or even Facebook, you have your post that tells people how you're doing, how you're feeling, what are you thinking about life. But if we're looking at your kind of social media post in real life, looking at me, what I'm wearing, how I'm talking, how I'm standing, how I'm moving, all tells you a little bit who I am, how I'm feeling, and what I'm standing for today. So in Metaverse, we're looking at the same kind of mechanic. So it's the avatar, our digital entity, that is the social media post in those digital universes. So it is our media player, it's our social media timeline. It can also be our He-Man, our Barbie doll, our Tamagotchi. And the most exciting thing about NFT technology today, it can be our digital fingerprint that can authenticate us and give us access to all kinds of things. So let's just look at what my avatar is feeling like today and see what can be done. My legs have never looked better.
I've seen this when you buy your first digital collection.
So yeah, we're a digital content startup. We're not a fashion company, so we need some help with our digital fashion collection.
I think you are a fashion company, honestly.
So as you see, you know, we're trying. But anyways, this is a little bit of what our technology look like. We have an app. It's in a beta stage, so it has all kinds of data there on the screen that will be made look more beautiful. But yeah, with a mobile phone, we can scan quite a high detailed version of a person's face and then create an avatar, and then it's time to dress it up. Yes. Shall I give the clicker back to you?
I think instead of talking about all these impact on climate and social things, we would want to talk about the upside, the creative potential of different niches in the fashion industry. It's a long value chain, we all know that. We all know the problem with the value chain. And I think 10 minutes is not enough, but on April 29 we will be at Universitetshusets Aula together with the Lund University in an event called the Bus of Europe. And session number 5 is all about transforming the fashion industry. And it's people from my company as well, it's going to be there from European Union and so on, to discuss the bigger picture and also small things, of course. So I know Venture Lab, they have all the contacts where you can actually talk to Rebecca at Venture Lab, and she will help you to find this application or how you can go to the event. So anyway, I think it's happened before, this physical digital intersection in the gaming industry, for instance, Fortnite and
yeah.
So now it's happening in another pace, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very interesting to look at, for example, as you said, Fortnite. It's a social media platform, Fortnite. People think about it as a game, but it's a social media platform where people really express themselves through their avatars. And then they hang out together. Yes, there's a lot of shooting involved, but there are also concerts and hangouts and building projects and all those kinds of things. It's a very, very exciting space to look at. And I think it is a metaverse already.
Yeah, I think we know that all the big brands are actually working in this area now and trying to understand what the new market is. And as one of the guys I talked to just previously here, he also thinks that this is an opportunity for designers and fashion creators and gamers and you know, every people working in this wide industry to create something new and more sustainable. There is something about NFT though. It's not a climate good thing as it is right now though.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So there's a lot of things that need to be looked at when it comes to blockchain integrations,
Yeah.
NFTs, and all those kinds of things. Climate impact. The technology for metaverse, as we say, software, hardware, isn't ready yet. So there's time to make it awesome. Right.
Exactly. It's also time to interact with different actors in this area, fashion, design, programming, whatever. Tech. So if you want to reach out, we're here. And you can reach us at the Xplot site or the Fashion Innovation site as well. And if you want an avatar, talk to Marco. He can make one for you. And be careful where you put it, though. That's another thing about the avatars.
Yeah, security is
Security
important.
and GDPR and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, any questions about this area? It's a very short and brief presentation, though, but just want to open your eyes for the opportunity in this fashion area. Thank you. I think that was kind of 5-10 minutes or something.